Okay. Well, apparently I had bought another deck in probably late at night, 2 o'clock in the morning. I went and bought another deck because it came yesterday and I almost forgot about it. This is, for me, the best Rider-Waite Smith ever. And I think with this deck I'll actually use it. Rider-Waite Smith is, the classic, the modern classic of a tarot deck, and everyone's familiar with the images. And, I mean, they're iconic, and it is a great deck to learn on. But to work with, I don't know, they just leaves me a little cold. I don't know what it is. But I got this deck. They're kind of, I think, published, they're printed on demand. I'll show you a little bit more about them. So they're bridge size cards, so they're very manageable. They're smaller cards, which I really like, and they'd be good for larger spreads as well. So it came in this box here, and it gives you an idea. This was the original back many, many years ago. And so this is an altered deck. It's the same deck, but they've made them vintage. And it comes in this cool box. And it kind of, you don't open it up like this, but it's kind of all made like that, and then you kind of fold it into itself. It's very cool. So the deck came in this. And it's a bridge size. I'm not sure what bridge size. I think bridge size maybe, I wonder if they're smaller than playing card size. But anyways, I think they may be the same. So here we have the box, which is quite lovely. Then the other thing that comes with is this. These are other paintings by Pamela Coleman Smith. Now the interesting thing here, and I'm not sure what happened. Now it says copyright Lucky Card 2018. When I bought this deck, I went to a store on Etsy and they didn't have any copies, but then they said in a little line underneath something, if you want a copy of the deck, go to this other site. And I went to that other site, and I don't know what site that was, but maybe it was Lucky Card. I think if you want this deck, or if you're interested in, search for Lucky Card Pam's Vintage Tarot, and the Google machine will tell you where that is. So this is called the second limited edition. And now these cards, it comes with extra cards, and these are her paintings. Look at how beautiful that is. Now the thing is, this has been altered. The coloration is very different in this deck, so maybe whoever did this changed the color. Here is I'll put this over here. Here's a picture of a woman that's reclining. Beautiful. And then here's something that looks like something that she may have been working on for the deck. This looks more like the deck. Different colors, of course. There's skulls down here. And then the sun, the moon. It may be a judgment card. And then there's this one. Very much during the times, there's starry nights. There's a woman here. And looks like a ship is sailing over here, and there's roiling water. That's cool. And you have this one. They're made out of a very, almost a linen feel. I think they're like a linen card. And there's the moon, and someone is looking at the moon, and there's water. And so these cards could be read quite nicely. Look at this pretty one. Yeah. So this is all work by Pamela Coleman Smith. Now it has been altered to make it look very vintage. And then she did some line drawings. And she's definitely had her own style. Look at how skinny that cat is. There's another line drawing in here. I'm going to show you right after this. So very stylized, very nice. And here's another one. And then we have this one, sort of playful. And we have this one. put a couple wands up there and you got a woman. I think that's a woman. You'd have a nice wand suit. And then there's this. Look at those colors in there. Now again, I don't know what the original colors were. They're probably similar to this, but this is made vintagey, darker, aged. It's got an aged look. So those are the extra cards you get in this. And those are the backs. And these apparently are the original backs. But again, they've been aged to make them look old. The deck smells a little odd, just like my Stella Tarot. There's a smell to it, and I don't know if it's... I think these were printed. I think they print them when you order them. And so that may be from the printing. So I'm just going to... I'm not going to do a reading. I'm just going to lay these out for you. They shuffle beautifully. They're not large cards, which I love. So I think if when I use it, when I want to go for the classic, modern classic, the Waite Smith, Rider Waite Smith, I think I'll use this deck. Anyway, so let's just put them out, and you'll get to see them. See, they're all that aged look. I hope the lighting is good enough in here. I think they're just beautiful. Now I'm really attracted to these images. Look at that. Isn't that a gorgeous deck? Again, it's a modern deck, and it's just been printed, so it's not like old. It makes it look really old. But that's beautiful. So that's how that would look. And I hope I had it all in there. Let's say you wanted to do a Celtic cross or something. Put those there. Do a 3-card. That pretty? Beautiful. Let's do a Celtic cross. Let's see. What is the color? Oh, you got this, and then you got this thing here. And you have this. I love the size of this deck. I just love the size. That's pretty, pretty little deck. Oh, just love these cards. They do, as I said, but I got to put them in my drawer with my air freshener because they do smell a little odd. It must be the printing that causes that. The other strange thing about this deck, which makes me wonder if it was designed, I don't know if it was designed here or not, because there's this little thing here. It's the title card. And it says Pam's Vintage Tarot, second limited edition, bridge size cards. And that's Pamela Coleman Smith. Original art, Pamela Coleman Smith, restored by Rial. And then it says, let this cards bring you a vision, capital V, and show the way to better future. And then it has Lucky Card 2018. So there's something wrong here with the language. Let this cards bring you a vision and show the way to better future. So it's very choppy. So I'm not sure who did this. If it's like from out of the country, it sounds like English isn't their first language, because it should say, "Let these cards bring you a vision," lowercase, and show the way to a better future. So there's something about that. Not that it matters, but I mean, these cards are really awesome. But they do smell a little bit, I have to say. Okay, so that's this deck, an awesome deck, a lot of extra cards. I don't think it was that expensive. It was maybe $30, I don't know. Great little box, and they say it's a limited edition. I'm not so sure about that because they publish them as you order them, so why would they be limited? So I would, maybe if you're interested, search R-E-A-L-L, Rial, at Lucky Card 2018 if you're interested in this deck. It's a beauty. Have a great day.